Good morning, students. How are you all? Take care of the health of you and your parents. Take all the precautions. Coming back to the biology of 10th standard, where we are studying about the fourth unit, that is excretion, otherwise called as elimination of waste. Elimination of waste should be removed. Waste materials should be removed, otherwise they become toxic in our body, creating disturbances to the other life processes, resulting the full stop to the life, that is death. So the things should be excreted. Excretion of bad things from the body and excretion of the bad thoughts from the mind makes the individual as a human being. That one should learn. Biology teaches the same. Biology not only teaches about the physical life processes, it also teaches about the mental life processes. I mean to say, మీకు అర్థమయ్యేటంటే what to do and what not to do. Coming back to the excretion, that is the elimination of waste. In the previous class we started in the human being, the excretory system. Yes, I will try to draw once again the diagram which already you know well. There are two kidneys are there. Left one is arranged little down, and from the notches of the both two tubes will be released called as ureters, and both the ureters they will be ended into the bag-like structure called as urinary bladder, which stores the urine for a few hours, and which will be opened out by a pore called as urethra. And this urethra is the opening of the excretory system, which is again we are going to study later, connected with the signals of the brain, and depending on the orders of the brain it will be opened and closed. Such excretory system is connected with two blood vessels. One is called as renal artery, and one more is called as renal vein. The renal vein renal artery contains the pure blood, renal vein contains the impure blood. The blood from all parts of the body will be collected by the renal vein, and it will come close to the excretory system, and it will be split into two, so that each part enters into each kidney, and in the kidney the filtration occurs. Kidneys are filtration centers for urine. Lungs are filtration centers for oxygen and carbon dioxide, for gases. And also we studied in the previous class about the structure of one kidney, which we very clearly studied. The ureter, which is there, passed through the notch, otherwise which is called as hilus, will be splitted into like this will be splitted on calyces, and each calyces is further divided into many number of the nephrons. This is the structure we studied, nephrons. I highlight once again this word nephron. There are nearly 1.3 to 1.8 millions of the nephrons are there in each kidney. They are the purification centers. They are called as structural and functional units of the excretory system. They are arranged, so many of the nephrons are arranged in a kidney, and the size of which is only 10 centimeters length and 5 centimeters breadth. Imagine the greatness of the nature. Even a very small, minute obstacle, abnormality in the system, anywhere, will lead into the different diseases. It will stop the proper working of the kidneys. So these two, we said this is the excretory system and this is the kidney. Now let us come to the today's part. About these two things we studied clearly in the previous class. Now I am coming to the today's part. I am going for the nephron. Nephron. Very tiny particle. Cannot see even through the naked eye. That is the greatness of the life. So many times I am telling you. As a cell is there in the body, as a neuron is there in the brain, in the nervous system, as an alveolus is there in the lung, a nephron is there in the respiratory system. If you see such a nephron, see, this is the structure of a nephron. It is having 4 parts actually in it. The first part is called as, very interesting part this is. Actually this is the place where the filtration occurs successfully. This part is called as Bowman's capsule because it is discovered by the scientist called as Bowman. By honoring his name, it is named as Bowman's capsule. Most important, kidney failure and end stage of renal diseases. In medical words, ESRD, end stage of renal diseases. Kidney failure and ఏంది? These nephrons will fail, especially this part will fail. My dear students, whenever the time comes, I am trying to tell the diseases connected to those systems. They are not available in the textbook. నేను అందుకే చాలాసార్లు చెప్పిన మీకు listen my part, that is biology with heart, not with ears. ఇక్కడ రిజిస్టర్ అయిపోవాలి. I have to register those concepts in the mind here itself. This is called as Bowman's capsule, and Bowman's capsule is linked with a very lengthy tube. This tube can be divided into 3 parts. This is called as Henle's loop. The scientist called as Henle discovered it. By honoring his name, we call it as Henle's loop. Henle's loop. Before the Henle's loop, whatever the tube is there, it is called as primary convoluted tube. Primary convoluted tube. And after the Henle's loop, whatever it is there, it is called as secondary convoluted tube. These are the 4 parts of the nephron: Bowman's capsule, Henle's loop, primary convoluted tube, and secondary convoluted tube. 4 parts are there. This is one nephron. Such nephrons are there, you see here. Please follow carefully. I will try to draw one nephron. You see, it will be there arranged like this. For your convenience, I am telling. The end of each nephron will be opened into the collecting tube. Into the collecting tube నుంచి ఏమైంది సార్? That we will study later. First of all, see the structure of one nephron. Dear students, you see what happened here. This glomerulus is a very specific one. It is the filter. అదే చాయ్ ఫిల్టర్ ఉంటుంది చూసిరా, చాయ్ ఫిల్టర్. చాయ్ ఫిల్టర్ అంటే కూడా అర్థంగా చాయ్ ఒడియ పోసేది చూసిరా, లైక్ దట్. కానీ చాయ్ ఒడియ పోసేది ఏం చేస్తుంది, మనం టీ బాగా కాచి అందులో పోస్తే వేస్ట్ విల్ బి రిమైన్డ్, నీడెడ్ విల్ బి లెఫ్ట్. అవునా కాదా? అవసరం లేదు చాయ్ పత్తా అంతనేమో ఆగిపోతుంది, టీ లేదా కాఫీ ఏమో కిందికి పోతుంది. అవునా? బట్ దిస్ వర్క్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రివర్స్ టు ఇట్. ఎట్లా సార్? ద వేస్ట్ విల్ బి అబ్జార్బ్డ్ అండ్ ద ప్యూర్ ఆర్ ద రిమైనింగ్ విల్ బి రిమైన్. I mean to say, I will make it clear. I told here the renal vein enters into the kidneys while renal artery takes the blood out of the kidneys. This renal vein is divided into two, into both the kidneys. Please follow carefully. After entering into the kidneys, this renal vein will be divided so many times. Suppose this is the renal vein. Otherwise it is called as afferent arteriole. Please follow my words. It is called as afferent arteriole, from where the impure blood will enter. It comes towards the Bowman's capsule. Now after entering into the Bowman's capsule, this afferent arteriole will be divided into many number of minute blood vessels. You see, to increase the absorption area. And now all these blood vessels, capillaries I can say, not blood vessels, will be again united. Please try to get my diagram very clearly. To form the efferent arteriole, this is the outlet. Whatever it is formed, the combination of the blood vessels inside is called as glomerulus. It is called as glomerulus. A bunch of capillaries are there, which are arranged as a group in the Bowman's capsule. So, finally, the renal artery, which is divided so many times as afferent arterioles. Sir, any afferent arterioles untai sir? Please follow carefully. The number of afferent arterioles in a kidney formed from the renal artery is equal to the number of nephrons of that kidney. నేను ఈ మాట ఇంకో దగ్గర వాడినా, I used even in the lungs. The blood vessels which are entering into the lungs will be divided so many times, which is equal to the number of the alveolus. అరే నేను అదే చెప్తున్నా, దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ఐ నెవర్ ఫర్గెట్ ద బేస్. మీరు ఎంత దూరం అన్నవ్వండి, బట్ బేస్ ఈజ్ బేస్. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద థింగ్స్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద లైఫ్ ప్రాసెస్ అక్కరింగ్ ఇన్ యువర్ బాడీ, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ లైఫ్ ప్రాసెస్ అక్కర్ ఇన్ ద సెల్స్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ బాడీ టూ. దట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రేటెస్ట్. నౌ afferent arteriole entered into the Bowman's capsule, divided into many number of capillaries, and again they are all connected. I am showing with the different colors to form the efferent arteriole. Now what happened? This Bowman's capsule is lined by. What I can say about the human body? చాయ్ పత్తా ఫిల్టర్ తో పోల్చింది కదా సార్, మా చాయ్ పత్తా నువ్వు ఆపి, విచ్ ఈస్ నాట్ నీడెడ్, దాన్ని ఆపేస్తుంది, which is needed, it will leave, no? మరి ఇక్కడ కూడా you said the same, but here that the process is opposite. The Bowman's capsule will absorb the waste materials, we call it as urine, and so that the blood will be purified. ఇప్పుడు చాట్ల బియ్యం జరుగుతుందో రౌతులు బియ్యం ఉన్నాయి, రౌతులన్నీ తీసేసి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా బియ్యం ఏమైతే ప్యూర్ అయినాయి లేదా? సేమ్ థింగ్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఓవర్ హియర్. Here the impure blood will enter into the each Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule is lined by specially made or specific cells called as, remember this word, podocytes. They are called as podocytes. Podocytes. What are what function? Their function is they will remove the or they will absorb the urine related materials from the blood. So that what happens? The impure blood becomes pure blood. That is the major change occurs. This Bowman's capsule is lined by the podocytes. These podocytes are characterized that they can absorb only the waste materials, so that the impure becomes pure. Blood vessels also will be purified, and it forms combinedly as the efferent arteriole. Such all efferent arterioles derived from all the Bowman's capsules of all the nephrons, they will reunited and reunited again to form the renal artery. One more interesting thing is there over here. అందుకే నేను ఎప్పటికంటున్నా, హ్యూమన్ బాడీ ఇస్ మిరాకిల్ మెషిన్, డోంట్ అండర్ ఎస్టిమేట్ ఇట్. ఎంత జాగ్రత్తగా ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్, యూ అబ్జర్వ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్నెస్. మనం నెగ్లెక్ట్ చేసినట్టు మనం చేస్తున్న తెల్లారు లేస్తే పడుకునే వరకు ఒక 100 నెగ్లెక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి, కావాలని తెలిసి కూడా తప్పేసి. రూమ్ లో పోతాం, బయటకు పోతాం, ఫ్యాన్ తిరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది, బంద్ చేయకపోయినా అంటే బంద్ చేస్తుంది అంటారు. నెగ్లెక్షన్. Our body it is not lazy, it is very active. You see here how it is made. Compared to the, please follow, compared to the radius of the afferent arteriole, the radius of efferent arteriole is small. ఎందుకు సార్ ఇది సమానం ఉంటే ఏమైతుంది సార్, పెద్దగా ఉంటే ఏమైతుంది? ఇప్పుడు మీ ఇంటి వర్షాలు పడుతున్నాయి కదా, ఇప్పుడు మీ ఇంటి బంగ్లా నుంచి కింద పడే నీళ్ళండి మీ ఇంటి ముందర పడే, మీ ఇంటి ముందర నుంచి ఒక చిన్న అవుట్లెట్ ఉంది, ఆ అవుట్లెట్ చిన్నగా ఉందనుకోండి నీళ్ళు ఎక్కువసేపు ఆగుతాయా? అవుట్లెట్ పెద్దగా ఉందనుకోండి, కెనాల్ ఉందనుకోండి, నీళ్ళు ఎక్కువసేపు ఆగుతాయా? When the outlet is smaller in its radius, water can be stored for longer time. To make this possible in the human body, the efferent arteriole is narrow. Shishira, it's a great question. I tell this lesson from heart. మీరు కూడా అంతే, లిసన్ విత్ హార్ట్. డోంట్ రీడ్ ఫర్ 10th class marks ర్యాంక్స్ పాయింట్ పక్కన పెట్టేసి. హౌ టెక్నికల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మేడ్. యూస్ హియర్ ద రేడియస్ ఈస్ లెస్, here the radius is larger, so that what happened, the chances are there more for the blood to remain in the glomerulus. I mean to say the blood will remain in the glomerulus for longer duration of time. Enduku sir karanam endi? So that all the waste material can be absorbed into the Bowman's capsule successfully. Takkana vachipayindi anukondi, if suppose this is narrow and this is larger, ఏమైతుంది అప్పుడు blood will easily get away. అప్పుడు ఏమైతుంది, chances are less for the successful absorption. So to make the absorption successful, the efferent arteriole is narrow than the afferent arteriole, so that the chances are more to the blood to remain in the glomerulus for a longer time, so that the podocytes can successfully absorb the urinary materials. That is the reason why efferent arteriole is narrow. Now such urine, we call it as urine with extra water. It contains all the extra material of the body. Such urine test analysis అని మీకు బ్లడ్ టెస్ట్ పోతే యూరిన్ టెస్ట్ పోతే వస్తుందో పేపర్ వస్తుంది, అలా అన్ని రాసి ఉంటాయి. ఆల్బుమిన్, గ్లోబులిన్, వాట్ ఎవర్. Sometimes even the WBC which are dead, which are called as pus also released out. All the waste materials including the different ions, they will be expelled out, they will be absorbed by the Bowman's capsule, and from there that urine will be passed through the primary convoluted tube into the Henle's tube. Again, hats off to the human body. There is one more what you call a device is there. As the device is there in the digestive tract, we studied about the large intestine. The function of large intestine is to absorb the extra water. Human body never allows out whatever it is of its. The same human body never remains anything whatever it is of not its. తనది కాని దానిని మానవ దేహము తనలో ఉంచుకోదు, తనది అయిన దానిని అసలే వదులుకోదు. Otherwise, you see what is this mechanism? Here there is a U-shaped loop is there. The main function of which is reabsorption of the extra water in the urine. Urine lo unna extra water ni to reabsorb, there is a specialized part is there called as Henle's loop. After coming out of the Henle's loop, that urine which is concentrated now, which is having uric acid in it, that will be passed through the secondary convoluted tube to the collecting tube, and all the collecting tubes of many of the nephrons, please follow, they will be united to form one calyces. All the calyces will be opened into the pelvis, as I told you. From pelvis, because there is an opening is there, called as the ureter. You see, these are the ureters. From ureters, the urine will be passed into the urinary bladder. Ureters shows the peristaltic movements. The movements shown by the ureters is equal to the movement shown by the esophagus. We call them as peristaltic movements. By such movement, the urine drop by drop, it will be collected in the urinary bladder. In the urinary bladder, such urine will be deposited. Please follow. For a few hours, it will be deposited. Urinary bladder, its capacity is nearly 500 to 800 ml. It can store up to 300 to 800 ml of the urine can be stored in the urinary bladder for a few hours. Nearly 1 liter, urine it can store. Better not to store the urine as well as the fecal matter as we studied in the previous class for longer time. These are leathery, maybe delicate, but they are leathery so that it can store. And the walls of these urinary bladder are connected to the brain. These walls will send the signals to the brain as it is fulfilling. You see, and this will be opened by the urethra. Dear students, interesting thing is urethra is covered by two circular muscles, just like the rectum and anus over there in the nutrition, in the digestive tract. These two are connected fully in adults by the brain. చిన్న పిల్లలలో ఏముండదు, వాడు తొట్టలో అనుకుంటాడు భయంగా భయపెట్టారు. They do not know about the micturition. We call it as micturition. Release of the urine, excretion of the urine is called as micturition. Micturition is under the control of the adults, but it is under the control of the brain in the very small babies. కొంతమందికి రాత్రి పూట కూడా వస్తుంది. They do not know that they release the urine. On the bed itself they will do. Why? Because the brain will not have the full control on those individuals as far as these two circular rings are concerned. When the brain orders, these two circular rings will be opened and so that the urine will be released out, which we call the process as the micturition. So this is how in case of the human beings the excretion takes place of the urine. How the fecal matter is expelled out we studied. Now we studied about the urine. Dear friends, the interesting thing is, in any way, in any place, in the whole system, If abnormality occurs because of any reason, the excretion will be failed. Kidney fail and kidney fail. Any kidney fail out. That is what I am saying. Either the podocytes may be failed, or these nephrons may be failed, or blood may not be transfused well into the glomerulus, or clotting may occur in the glomerulus, or the resulting the failure in the kidneys. If such kidneys fails, what happens?